Hello. Okay, so I have to tell you that I'm only doing the one trial tonight because I haven't even had a chance to watch Monica, and I just got finished watching Megan because I was out of town until about 5 o'clock, and then I went straight to the high school to watch two back-to-back basketball games with my kid, and it was amazing. Ethan, I don't know what they said. They had these NBA shots. He took shots from so far, got them. And it was just amazing. I'm like, don't say that. And I was like, the totally videoing and screaming for my kids. And then Luke's team came back. We thought they were going to get creamed, and they came back from like this incredible score and then ended up winning. So it was great. But we didn't get home till almost 9 o'clock. I had to finish watching the trial, which I just did. So I only got one. I'm probably going to listen to Monica tomorrow, and then I'll have to do a recap on the 2 days, but I'm not going to make it nuts. So, right? So today, what was going on in this trial was that they had the investigators on, and they played a lot of the videotapes, right? From from the investigation, and two raw videos from two news stations that she did interviews with, and I remember them back in the day when she did them. One is really weird. Now I don't know if I remember, but she had a friend, Maggie. Was it? No, excuse me, Madison. Madison, who was killed, and it's never been solved. But Madison's mother is named Christy, and she's like another second mother to Megan. And she is in the background of this one interview, and the police talk about her too, and they say like she was calling with all these leads, and one of the reasons that Megan or Maggie said she didn't call the police right away is because of the way that I guess Christy feels about the police, and that they didn't solve her daughter's murder, yada, yada, yada. Right? Okay. Let's see where we were. So today they had the investigator that was an attorney on the stand from the last time, and he was just going through evidence. And I don't know if we got through, everything is melding together, because there was evidence where he pulled out the garbage can, and he pulled out, that was today, I believe that was today, yeah. He pulled out the garbage can, he pulled out the garbage bags, he pulled out clothing, all this stuff from the evidence bags, right? He was going through that, and then they get the investigator, and they show these two interviews that they have. So one interview there, it's ad nauseum, that the lies, okay? Everything she's saying is a lie. First, the baby's with Ethan. Now she's on this story that her mother had the baby. You hear the chicken shit. None of it's true. So it's like, it's just constant lying. So then the second time they say they're going to get a memory box. They have found a memory box at Hunter's house, and they're going to take everything out from the memory box. And their logic in this is that they're going to show like how she had everything in this memory box. She had hospital bracelets. She had the coming home outfit. She had the hospital cap. She had the baby book with the ultrasound. She had Stuffy in the baby book. She had the Baby Shark birthday shirt. She had, all these mementos in there and pictures. And they were going through everything and laying it all out on the table. And he's like, look, help me here, because you were like on top of your baby. You took pictures all the time, like you said. You kept all of this stuff. What happened? Where is, you just went from, tell me how you went from being obsessed, and he said, and I mean that in a good way, I mean obsessed like a good mother, to just, I don't know where she is. How did you do that? Like, how can you do that? And then one of them said, if my child was missing, and my children are older, but if any of them were missing, you couldn't tie me down in a chair here. I would be out looking for them, even if it was a snowstorm, even if it was, I would be looking for them. How can you just be sitting here like this? And it was infuriating because she would not answer them. She wouldn't give anything to them. They kept saying, do you know Evelyn is not alive? No. Well, what gives you any clue that she might be alive, or hope or something, she says. It's just, where's my glasses? And you know what? I'm not even on the chat. I didn't even say hello, and I didn't even make sure that everything is good. Okay, so hello, Gail, L, Linda. How are you? Debbie D, how's everybody doing? Let's see. So they talked about the timeline. They were trying to narrow down a timeline with the first interview that they showed there. So okay, I'm going through this now. So they say 12/7 is what she said, that's when her mother took the baby. And she would ask her mother where Evelyn was, and she would say, oh, someone has her. I never wanted them to take her. I never wanted her mother. She said, I never wanted her mom to take her, just help her watch her, because she was working at the chicken shack. Then she gives the dates of 12/14, December 14th through the 16th. And she says that's when she was at the lake. And then she said she tried to contact her mom, but how she really can't. Her mother doesn't have social media, so she can only try to call her, and then her mother doesn't answer, and what is she going to do? So they're saying, wait, 1 month goes by and you have no communication between you and your mother about where your baby is and what's going on. Then she starts talking about court for reckless driving, for doing 90 or 95 in a 65, and then she has a court date, and she said that she had called to talk to her mother about that. And then she said, you hear from her, and you and Hunter drove over to her trailer, yes, and Evelyn wasn't there, and she was asking about Evelyn, and then her and Hunter went home, and then she was talking about the traffic violations and the court dates, and she said her mom said she's safe, but there's no pictures, and she said she'd show a picture, but she didn't get one, and the next day she had one that was printed out, and then she said something like, well, I don't even know if I took that picture, or something like that. On January 9th, they got that was the next time you go over there, and every step that child makes, I take pictures of her. And that's when he said, how do you go from taking pictures every step your child makes to just, I don't know where she is? And she says, well, that's because this is crazy. I didn't want my mom to do anything to her. And he just says, come on, how do you go from that to this? And she says, I don't want my mom to do anything. I didn't want my mom to do anything to her and not bring her back. Did you ever get the picture? No. Then I drove to my mom, and she said the same thing. And there was a picture of Evelyn playing on the floor that was printed out. And she said, again, Evelyn is safe. And then January 12th, they still went over, and you did the same thing over and over. Same story. So no phone contact with Evelyn. How do you feel? Well, I didn't want to piss her off, she said. Do you ever worry about where she is? Did Hunter know you have a child named Evelyn? Yes. Did he not want babies around? And she said, I didn't say that. And then he said, did he ever say, I love you? She said, yes. He said, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And she just said her mother kept making excuses. And they said, did Hunter ever ask about Evelyn? No. When you had a phone, what was the background? And she describes Evelyn in everything she was wearing and in vivid detail, okay? So if you and Hunter were sitting and saying things to each other, did Hunter ever say, oh, next to each other, and you saw your phone, and would Hunter say, oh, look, there's Evelyn, what a cutie? No. At some point, your mother got a hotel room. And she says, yeah, January 31st, I think it was. Okay. And she stayed there for 3 days? Yes. And you went there every day? Yes. And she kept telling me she was going to get her. Did she say where she was? No. So your mom's at a motel for 3 days, and she says, the baby's not here. You were good with that? She said, I didn't want to call anyone because she might take off. And then it was this Super Bowl, and Angela got kicked out, but she didn't have to leave until 11 a.m. the next day. And they're like, what was that about? She said it was a domestic assault, and that her boyfriend was hitting and pushing her around. So you and your mom, Angel, went to go to Tommy's to get Charlotte and Elijah, those are the 2 younger children that Angel has with Tommy, and take them to a Super Bowl party. Yes. And she said, my mom's parents didn't have Evelyn, and they said, you never asked Hunter to help you go find her? No. Then February 3rd, your mother had to leave Wood Springs, and she went to Wanda and David Perry's house, she said. And then from 2/3 to 2/17 that Angel was staying there. And on 2/18, somehow she's getting a check for $441. I'm not sure where that check is coming from, but I know that it's a Wells Fargo check, and they went to go get it cashed. And then she mentions like a Lexus and a BMW that they're driving in. And I'm thinking, like, these people are getting bounced out of hotels. And, I don't know. She had a 1-car repo. Now they're riding around a Lexus and BMWs. Tell me about it. I don't get it. So they had to cash the check at the nearest Wells Fargo, and that was on exit 7. And then there's something about a Food City parking lot, and Angel was there with Elijah to make a custody transfer with Tommy, an exchange. And where was Evelyn? I don't know. She's not telling me. So you're just going to sit back and wait? And she's like, yeah. How long? I don't know. And last time you saw her was December 16th? Yeah. So they're like, okay, 1 month and 6 days, and you're okay. She goes, no, but, I know you're going to say I should have called. And they're like, you're okay with this? And she's like, I'm not going to say okay, but what am I going to do? And then they talk about the birth certificate and that there's no dad listed on the birth certificate. And they said, you have no idea of her well-being since 12/16. Yeah. Anything you left out? No. Anything you lied about? No. Do you have a reason to believe Evelyn is not alive? No. Do you have a reason to believe that Evelyn is alive? Hope, she says. Can you check with the family? Something her mother said in Oklahoma. She's telling them, can you, this is important because she's sending them on all these wild goose chases, and yet she's admonishing people that are calling in with tips that's wasting the TBI's time. Okay, let's see. Ask Mom if you think she's going to tell us, maybe. Then she's the last person that had her. That's what she said, her mother. What if she said something really bad happened? And then they say, you know what, this is all BS. And they start going over what she's already told them. And they said, I knew last night you were lying to us. Today you decide to tell the truth and a different story. She said her mother has an appointment at Kingsport about housing on February 25th. William McLeod is the current boyfriend, and we loved something is break. Okay. Lieutenant Price, first time Evelyn told, first time Megan told the story about the mother. The first time she told it, yes. Did you find Angela? This is now they're questioning him. Did you find Angela and William McLeod? Yes. Did they have Evelyn? No. Did they have anything to do with Evelyn's disappearance? No. Let's see. When you, she told us was true. You interviewed her with evidence. Okay, this is their second interview. So they interviewed her with the evidence to try to narrow down the timeline, and they brought that memory box that I told you. And I told you about this where they started to look at it. Now, in court today, Megan looks horrific. It looks like she didn't brush or comb her hair. It looks like she hasn't washed her hair in days. Her hair had little things in it, like little, almost like pieces of lint or something. Yeah. So let's see. They start going through the stuff, and they just keep telling her that you're telling us BS. You're telling us BS. You have detail after detail of this child, her whole life until this point right here, right? And then they hold up an outfit and they say, is Evelyn ever going to wear this outfit? And she's like, yeah, unless she outgrows it. It's 18 months. Where is she? I don't know. Something happened on 12/21. And she says, oh, something happened before 12/21, but we already know that. Okay. Then they say, you go looking for an apartment with Hunter, and he fills this out for 3 people. You, him, and this new baby. And that is why I think, and you've just hung Evelyn out to dry, and that's why I think that Evelyn is dead. And she said someone told her not to call the police, and said that Christy's daughter died, and that's who you heard in another interview, and they were not able to solve it. But she is blowing up my phone, he said, that Christy was blowing up his phone. Do you believe that we can help you find Evelyn? Yes, she says. And then she's like, but all Christy ever did was trash talk you on Facebook, so I didn't want to go, call. Let's see. Then he said, do you know why Matt and I are talking to you? Is because everybody thinks that you're just not telling the truth at all. We think you might be telling a little bit of truth, so we're going to talk about it. Hello, White Angel. Hi, Justina. Let's see. Oh, they said everybody told them the Boswells are a tight-knit family and they don't rat each other out. And said, how can you be acting normal and Evelyn's gone? You're going to look at this. He's looking at this stuff she's done since Evelyn's gone. You're going to the Olive Garden. You're going to Ripley's Aquarium. You're going out. You're having, just going around like normal, and your child's missing and you don't know where your child is. And then they, there weren't many questions. The cross-examination is the one I want to go over because, again, when the facts aren't on your side, the lawyers go for technicalities. And so this lawyer is talking about has she been Mirandized? Yes. Well, where is it in the video? Did she, so we're going over that. You want to find something. The drone video. Do you have the measurements of the buildings? Well, he didn't know. Ends up, they give him the Google Maps. So they do have the measurements. And then the defense attorney says, wait, you gave Megan a phone? Yes. Okay. Why? Because she didn't have one. He said, but you can also track her with that phone, right? Yes. Do you know if someone did? No, I don't know that someone did. And that was that. And then they had Jay Quintice with a media station, I think it was WJHL Local News, and there was an interview where they had raw footage from, I believe it was February 24th of 2020, and they played that. And that's when they have this friend, Madison, who was killed, her mother in the background speaking. Okay? So she says, hold on a minute, I hope you can hear me okay. She's kind of talking in the background, and anyway, it's a TV interview, and so she starts saying that her baby's in Mendota, and I remember this from when it happened, in a camper, and if the TBI doesn't take this seriously and go there, she's going to do it herself. Well, if she really knew her baby was there, why wouldn't she do it herself? She says that my mom is vindictive, manipulative, and then that woman in the back says she's the biggest sociopath I've ever seen in my life. She will say the person tell them the person they're not talking about it seriously because my mom has threatened me. Your mom took her to Mendota. So they're saying like the mother's the biggest sociopath she's ever seen, but you left your baby with her? Like, what? Are you kidding me? It's just so crazy. She was just supposed to babysit the biggest sociopath they've ever seen. But that's good. I don't leave my kids with many people, but when I do, it's the biggest sociopath I've ever seen or never known, right? Come on. Hi there, Carolyn. What in the world is wrong with these people? I know, Tina, right? Okay. Is there anything about your mom that day? Oh, she threatened me. And then that woman in the background said, oh, she was been raised, meaning Megan, as the maid, the cleaner for the younger siblings, the babysitter. Let's see. Well, she's my mama. I want to trust her. So there's what about the conflicting statements they asked her about? And she said, well, I was worried about my mom. Tomorrow will be a week since she's been missing, and if they don't take it seriously, I will find her myself. But people say that I could be charged with tampering with evidence. And then the woman behind her, and this is why they say they went to the police about the search parties and everything, said that they wanted to have a search party, and the police told them, no, you're not doing that. And she wants to tell people don't stop until she's found, and that there's a $50,000 reward. And then she says, but you know what? Don't be calling the TBI with stuff, okay? Like this psychic stuff and this tarot card reader. And come on, stop that with that. And she said, I'm happy people are coming together. We wanted to attend the prayer ritual, but listen to this one. They didn't have a ride. Well, what happened to the BMW and the Lexus? I don't know. I'm sure somebody there would have taken you. Evelyn's father, he is trying to get leave, she said, to help find her. They said, okay, well, why do you have multiple phones? And she goes, I break them and I forget passwords, so I have to get new ones. Let's see. Hunter, she goes, I don't want to get into that. Are you pregnant? I don't want to get into that either. And then, why are you doing the interview here? She's my best friend. Madison is buried here, and I'm with Madison's family, and they're supportive more than my real family, and she's like a real mother to me. Any other message? If you don't have tips, don't call. Stop wasting the TBI's time. Do you think they all are, do you think they're handling this to the best of their ability? She says yes. Let's see. Do you think we missed any things? What will it be like to reunite with her, they say? And she said, I just want to hug her and not let her go. And she's going to sing Baby Shark. She would, then she said that, remember everybody was saying, and we saw text messages where she would say that Evelyn, hi little lady, how you silly distracted, that Evelyn was mean as F, or, right? But in these two interviews, she says, oh, she does the sweetest thing in the world. And she would pull out chunks of my hair. And, I would be okay because didn't want to make her sad. But then this one day, I thought she was going to pull chunks out of my hair. I went to get her sippy cup and she gave me a kiss. And I was the first person she kissed. And it made me just cry for a week about it. And so then she also says, that she met all of her milestones. She's just like the baby you would want to have. She's so sweet. She waves and speaks to everybody. She's just so sweet. Yeah, which, yes, I'm sure she is. But I mean, I don't think, like she's going from, why is she saying that other stuff about that poor baby? That poor baby was so sweet. And then she says she loves baths and she's 15 months today. This is in another, they have Keith Weiss on this stand, and he was with another TV station, and it's another news interview. And she loves Baby Shark. She loves baths. She loves everybody. Of course, I miss her. I just want her back. I just want her back. I love her. I miss her. She's a happy baby. She never cries. She said that she drove 24 hours in the car, and she slept the entire way, and she had to wake her up to feed her and change her. She said that she doesn't really walk. She started walking at 10 months, but she wobbles. She doesn't pick her feet up. She kind of wobbles, she said. But she giggles and she waves and talks to everyone. So proud of her, she says. And she says that I didn't report her missing because the person who had her might run away with her. And then, do you have your family supportive? She said, my grandma is very supportive. December was the last time she saw her, and she said they just need to bring her back. They might be afraid they're going to get in trouble, but they're not going to get in trouble. They just need to bring her back. Hi, Linda. When was that trust broken? And she said, when they wouldn't bring her back. She said they released car information and the tags. This is when they were going after the mother, and that was just fake, And she talked about she had court that day. That must be on that reckless driving. But then she said she speaks to Sergeant Matt Price, and he's just so helpful. And she's then back to Evelyn. She's a very sweet baby. She looks like her dad, but she has my eyes. You will notice her. She's very friendly. Let's see as well. I just love her. I miss her. I miss how she smells. I just want to hold her. Are you worried about her safety? Do you think you're going to find her? Yes, this is a great team, she says. Let's see. Any regrets? And she says, well, if you could do it over again. She said, yeah, I'd call on the first day then. They're watching. Oh, they're watching while I was at work. She said, I didn't know how good the team was, or I would have called. She didn't know how good the police, the TBI were, she would have called. And then she just says her favorite food is sweet potatoes. She stopped a bottle at 6 months and drank straight from a sippy cup. I love her and I will find her as fast as humanly possible. That was on 2/21, and that's how they ended the night on that note. Now, again, I did not do Monica Cementelli tonight because I haven't watched Monica Cementelli, as I said. If you came in here late, I was gone all day. Then we went straight to the school. We were at the school from 5 to 8:30, 2 back-to-back basketball games with our kids playing, and then got here, watched the rest of Megan. So I have to catch up on that. But let's take a look at what else is in the headlines. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Luigi Mangione. Interesting here. Accepts $300K in donations as UHC murder trial looms. Luigi Mangione officially accepted almost $300,000 in donations for his legal defense. In a statement, Mangione, 26, will accept $292,000 in donations that was raised via Give, Send, Go. The committee said it would continue to gather funds for Mangione, who is due in a New York State court on February 21st. On the state level, Mangione is charged in New York with first-degree murder in furtherance of terrorism and second-degree murder as an act of terrorism and criminal possession of a weapon. He is facing firearm charges in Pennsylvania, where he was arrested days after Brian Thompson's shooting death in New York. On the federal level, Mangione is charged in New York with murder through the use of a firearm, stalking, and a firearms offense. Mangione was apprehended at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, 5 days after Thompson was shot near a Hilton hotel in Manhattan on December 4th. Thompson was the United Healthcare CEO when he was attending his company's annual investor meeting when he was killed, execution style, outside. Authorities said the fingerprints recovered from the water bottle and a kind snack bar matched Mangione's prints. In addition to allegedly having a gun with a silencer and fake IDs, Mangione reportedly had a 262-word manifesto that described the healthcare industry as parasites. And shortly after Mangione's arrest, New York officials held a press conference in which they hinted at the motive in Thompson's murder. Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenney said Mangione, a data engineer with a master's from the University of Pennsylvania, has some ill will towards corporate America. Okay, let's see what this is here. All right, let me go over here too. Okay, so they had a another plane crash. A private plane was landing at Scottsdale Airport in Arizona on Monday. And a Motley Crue, Vince Neil, was not on his private plane when it collided with another jet in a fatal Arizona crash. So, let's see what happened here, okay? Motley Crue frontman Vince Neil was not on his private plane when it crashed into another jet at Scottsdale Airport in Arizona on Monday, February 10th. One person was killed and several hospitalized. Hours after the incident, the heavy metal band shared a statement on social media from Warwick Robinson IV, whom they identified as Neil's representative. Neil's Learjet aircraft was trying to land at Scottsdale Airport when, for reasons that are still unknown at this time, the plane veered from the runway, causing it to collide with another parked plane. Neil's 35A model plane had 2 pilots and 2 passengers on board. The statement continued, noting that further details are not available as this is a rapidly evolving situation and an ongoing investigation is occurring. So there'll be more on that later. The person that died. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we've got two women who were swimming in the Bimini Bay were attacked by sharks. 2 American tourists were injured, 1 seriously. 2 American tourists in the Bahamas have been injured in an apparent shark attack. Okay, so let's see. There's a press release here from Royal Bahamas Police Force. And let's see what this says. This is a little bit fuzzy to read. Let's see. It says on Friday, February 7th, 2025, authorities detained additional undocumented. Hold on. No, sorry, that's something else. Police in Bimini are investigating an alleged shark attack involving 2 female tourists that occurred around 6:30 p.m. on Friday, the 7th of February. Initial reports indicated that the victims, both USA residents, sustained injuries while swimming in the waters at the Bimini Bay. They received initial treatment at a local clinic before being airlifted to New Providence for further medical attention. One of the victims' injuries is listed as serious. Investigations are ongoing. Okay, so hope they're all right. One of the victims' family is saying that, let's see, the women who have since returned to the United States sustained injuries to their lower bodies, and per one of the victim's family members said that the victim will undergo a 3rd surgery in Orlando, Florida to repair the damage to her leg. Now, there was another attack, let me see. In December of 2024, Lauren Erickson Van Wert, 44 years old, of Massachusetts, was killed while paddleboarding. The Royal Bahamas Police Force said the woman was paddleboarding near the back of a sandals resort when she was attacked. And they said, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic passing of a guest while paddleboarding activity nearly a mile from shore," Sandals said in a statement. "We wish to express our heartfelt condolences to the guest's family and loved ones, and we remain in close contact with them and are providing all support possible during this difficult time." All right, let's see, what do we have here? What is this about? Okay, an 8-year-old student died after being stabbed by a teacher at an elementary school in South Korea. Police who responded to the school on February 10th found the child and the female teacher, who was in her 40s, with stab wounds. The girl, who was stabbed in the neck and arm, was taken to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. The child was reported missing after she did not attend an after-school art class. The teacher, who was being treated at the hospital, allegedly admitted to the stabbing while speaking with police. The teacher had returned to school last year after taking a leave of absence due to depression, and it's unclear if the woman has been arrested or charged or if any motive has been ascertained. Wow, what is that about? Okay, wow. All right, hang on. Okay, so here's someone now. This is interesting. So this is Victoria Treese. She's 33 years old of Florida, and she claims that her children's school district violated her rights by prohibiting her from volunteering at school activities. Florida court ruled against a mother who sued the school district, which, when she was allegedly banned from volunteering at her son's school after the administrators learned that she had an OnlyFans account. In 2023, Victoria Treese sued Orange County Public Schools for $1 million after the district allegedly told her 2 years prior that she could no longer volunteer at Sand Lake Elementary School in Orlando, where her children, then ages 5 and 10, were students. The ban came after a parent sent an anonymous email to the principal about Victoria's account on the adult website, along with 2 not safe for work pictures of the mother of 2. And it has come to several parents at Sand Lake Elementary that one of the room mothers that spends time at the school is publicly posting pornography through various sources of the internet. This woman is constantly around our children, and her public profiles are well known. This is not the content or subject matter that our children need to be exposed to. The images of Victoria are accessible only with a paid subscription. The principal shared the email with her boss, including the images. And she's arguing that this violated her right to privacy. She also sued the district for allegedly violating her right to free speech, and also alleged sexual cyber harassment for sharing pictures from her account with media outlets. She said she felt humiliated, adding that nobody has the right to judge what other people do for a living. Her attorney, Mark Najame, contended that what she does in her off time is not illegal, but she has been subjected to the morality police. Despite this, on January 29th, a Florida judge ruled against her, saying Victoria does not have the right to volunteer at the school. The volunteer program's policy does not include any language that confers any right or benefit upon an individual to participate in the program, to remain in the program, or to appeal a removal decision. As for her claim that the district violated her privacy by sharing the images, the judge said that the images are considered public record and were shared between administrators trying to resolve an issue in the district that had been brought to their attention. The district did not commit cyberstalking either, the judge said. He said the district had the right to send the pictures to media outlets to satisfy public records requests. One of her attorneys, Richard W. Smith, a partner at that law firm, said the ruling is disheartening. And they said, we are quite disappointed with the ruling. We tried to attack this from a number of different angles, and the court didn't agree with any of them. But Victoria is a fighter and told us she wants to appeal. Calling Victoria the ideal volunteer because she helped with many classroom and school activities, he said the ruling fails to recognize the importance of volunteers in the schools. Okay. Simon Vickers, 50, was sentenced at a UK court on Monday, February 10th, following the death of his daughter, Scarlett, in July of 2024. The British father claimed he accidentally stabbed his teenage daughter to death while they were play fighting and he's been sentenced to at least 15 years in prison. He was jailed for life with a minimum of 15 years at the Teesside Crown Court in Northern England following the death of his 14-year-old daughter, Scarlett Vickers. Vickers was convicted of murdering his daughter in July of 2024 on January 27th after a court heard earlier in the month that Scarlett had been fatally stabbed while the father and daughter were just messing around together in the kitchen in a normal, playful way, according to Sky News there. The court previously heard that a pathologist has said it was practically impossible for the 4-inch deep stab wound that the daughter suffered to have been caused by play fighting with the knife. Vickers had claimed that the pair had been play fighting and jokingly throwing items at each other while cooking before he mistakenly swiped a kitchen knife, which then hit Scarlett. He didn't know he had a knife, I guess. After his partner called for an ambulance, paramedics attended the address and found Scarlett on the floor with a severe stab wound to her chest, and despite their efforts, she tragically died from her injuries a short time later. The judge told Vickers in court on Monday, after work, you smoked cannabis and drank some wine, and alleged that he drank more than he previously claimed when he was arrested. The court heard that the teenage victim had come downstairs at around 10:15 p.m. and started throwing grapes, telling her father not to be a wimp, after her mom, Sarah Hall, pinched him with tongs. Vickers allegedly responded, "How would you like it?" with the judge adding, exactly what then happens, only you know. Scarlett was just a 14-year-old, normal, healthy girl with a long life ahead of her when it was cut short by you. It went from an ordinary, happy family Friday night to tragedy within seconds to what must have been your loss of temper, the judge said. And then Christopher Atkinson, I guess is the defense attorney, said it is difficult to understand what motivated Simon Vickers to take the life of his daughter Scarlett. In the absence of any plausible explanation on his part, we may never fully understand the circumstances which led to her tragic death. Or maybe it was the prosecutor. Hold on a minute. What is abundantly clear is that the account provided by Simon Vickers, who was wholly inconsistent with the forensic evidence in this case. Crucially, the medical expert we instructed to examine Scarlett's injuries made it clear that they could only have been caused, had the knife been firmly gripped as it made contact. We appreciate that the nature of this case will have been incredibly emotive for Scarlett's family, and our thoughts are with them at what must remain a very difficult time. That is... All right, here. Got this. Antoine Wear has learned what his fate will be for killing his ex-girlfriend, Jasmine Dunbar, in March of 2018. He will spend the rest of his life in prison for murdering his ex-girlfriend and setting her body on fire after abandoning her 7-month-old baby on the side of a road in 2018. Jasmine Dunbar and her ex-boyfriend Antoine Wear were on the road heading to take a paternity test near Phoenix, Arizona in March of 2018 when she was last seen, the Maricopa County's Attorney's Office said in their statement. A couple later found her 7-month-old child in a car seat on the side of the road with Dunbar's ID and other belongings. Dunbar's charred remains were found a day later, about 3 miles from where the child had been rescued. Phoenix police said at the time that authorities contend Wear had beaten to death his ex-girlfriend and set her body afire. He pled guilty to first-degree felony murder and endangerment. In a GoFundMe campaign set up following her murder, Dunbar was remembered as a sweet and struggling new mom. The fundraiser aimed to assist Dunbar's mother with funeral expenses as well as assisting the infant's care, especially given the bereaved mother's own health issues. Dunbar's mother has many health challenges that make her financial situation very difficult, but has raised her kids to give of themselves and serve the community with what they have. Wow, that's crazy. So... Okay, and this is then from France. A missing girl who was 11 was found dead in a wooded area near her school 12 hours after she was reported missing on the 7th of February. Police have reportedly opened a murder investigation after her body was found on Saturday, February 8th. They say they located her about 16 miles south of Paris. They found her 12 hours after she was reported missing by her parents. The girl was identified as Louise LaSalle by her sister on social media. According to the French news outlets, police say that LaSalle was walking home from her middle school on Friday afternoon, February 7th at about 1:50 p.m. local time. And her parents contacted the police to report that she had not made it home, as the walk typically only took her 10 minutes. Her older sister shared a post on social media asking for the public's help in searching for her, and that she was last seen crossing a street in the neighboring town. Later on Friday night, police found CCTV footage of LaSalle entering the woods just outside of her school. Investigators then began searching those woods using search parties, tracking dogs, helicopters, and drones, and by 2:30 a.m. on February 8th, police had located her body. An autopsy was conducted later that day, and a source said the victim had been stabbed several times, but an official cause of death has not been made available. It is with great emotion that we learn that Louise's body had been found lifeless that night, police wrote in French in a press release shared on Facebook. As soon as her disappearance was reported, all means were deployed to try to find her. Police later detained a 23-year-old man and a 20-year-old woman after the man was seen in security footage walking behind LaSalle. The man, whose name has not been made public, was already known to local authorities. He and the 20-year-old woman, identified as his partner, were at his home when police knocked on the door just after midnight. The parents of the 20-year-old woman denied that she was involved in the incident at all, and police released the couple from custody later on February 8th. The area's public prosecutor said that authorities have opened an investigation for the murder of a minor under 15. The investigation is ongoing, and it's essential to let the police and justice forces do their work. Faced with this horrible tragedy, we join in the family's pain. Let us collectively ensure that we respect their grief with dignity. French Minister of Education, Elizabeth Borne, shared a statement on X after LaSalle's body was found, saying, following the discovery of the body of young Louise last night, I offer my condolences to her family, her loved ones, her classmates, and her teachers, and I'm counting on investigators and the justice system to shed light on this tragedy. Oh. Oh, let's see. Hello. Okay. Hold on a sec. What was that? We must have got a new subscriber. Hi there. Okay. You're going, Leslie B. Hi, Leslie B. How are you? You have to leave already? Okay. Have a great day, Leslie. So let's see what we have else. What else we have? There was one other thing. It's gonna go over on this. Let me see. Pink is selling her Malibu house. Let's see. Says that 3 months after buying her Malibu property for $13.7 million, Pink is looking to sell it for $14.9 million. The residence also wants a home to fellow pop star Barry Manilow. Hit the market on Monday at a 9.5% increase. The home offers 180-degree ocean views from Santa Monica Bay and Palos Verdes to Point Dume, according to the listing. She bought the home with her husband, former motocross competitor Carey Hart, in June through a limited liability company for $200,000 more than the asking price. They are not the property's only notable owners. Former National Hockey League star Alexander Mogilny and his wife Natalia bought the residence from Mr. Manilow in 2012 for $5.5 million. They sold it for $8.7 million in 2020. The home got a complete makeover before Pink purchased it. It has floor-to-ceiling windows that frame the ocean views, oak flooring throughout, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a family room with a fireplace and an open gallery space. Listing photos show. There's a patio off the main bedroom, yada yada yada. And what happens? Everything burnt out around it. Why is she selling it so quickly? She doesn't want to deal with it. Is she getting out of there? I don't know. They don't tell us why. Okay. Now here's something that's been around for a few days now here. So this murdered lawyer, Joseph Donahue, was found dead on a houseboat last weekend after his family requested a welfare check on him. He's a 65-year-old Boston attorney who was found dead on his houseboat. And he was discovered with pink fingernails stuck to his chest. Joseph Donahue was found murdered on a houseboat in a marina in Boston on February 2nd. The officers who were responding to a welfare check because a family member called in found him, said the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office. Boston police have charged 24-year-old Nora Nelson, who was on the houseboat when the police arrived, with the murder. Upon arriving on the scene, the responding officers encountered Nelson with her dog, but when they tried to confront her, she allegedly tried to stop them from entering the houseboat. After the officers managed to get inside the boat, they found Donahue's body wrapped in a tarp and duct tape. It was attached to weights. Donahue had artificial pink fingernails stuck on his chest when he was discovered. There were blood stains on the blanket that was covering his body, as well as the rear of the houseboat. Another dog was also found floating dead in the water. Yikes. Nelson was arraigned in court on Friday. Prosecutors contend Nelson tried to mislead police during their initial conversation, where she gave a fake name and claimed she hadn't seen Donahue in some time. She also allegedly claimed falsely that the blood on the vessel was from her period. Her statements were contradictory, and frankly, she lied, prosecutors said. According to her social media profile, she is a graduate of the University of Maryland, a former ballerina, and describes herself as an entrepreneur and a farmer. In a photo on her Facebook from 2020, she wrote, "I've been out of the ballet scene for a while, but I think I still got it." Donahue was an attorney in Boston and a divorced father of 3. He dedicated his life and career to helping others. Our family is heartbroken by this unimaginable loss. Joe was a wonderful family member, a cherished friend, and a trusted colleague. He is loved and will be deeply missed. He entered a plea of not guilty in court on Friday. And she's being held without bail. Oh, let's see here now. So, before we, let me, get out of here. Huh. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find something here. We're going to do something we haven't done in a little bit. But I've just got to find the right one that I want to do. Do. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll do this one. I don't know where this is. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if you're new and you haven't played this game with us, this is called the real estate game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a house that's listing publicly in the multiple listing service, so don't search for it. But you're not going to see the price. I'm going to tell you about it, and then we're going to look at it, and then you're going to try to guess how much it is, okay? This says Grace and Grandeur, elegant historical estate, nestled on over 36 acres of private property. From its old world charm and spectacular space to entertain, this is a special place for hosting the holidays. The first floor is filled with a magnificent millwork and design with 2 parlors with beautiful built-ins, formal living room and dining room areas. A handsome den with sensational views. An eating kitchen is a chef's delight, with loads of counters and cabinets, along with commercial appliances. A fantastic family room with a soaring ceiling is perfect for family gatherings or to just relax and unwind. Pretty powder room and first floor laundry. Second floor boasts all nice-sized bedrooms and 2 full baths. Primary bedroom has its own full bath, gorgeous fireplaces, glorious grounds, a generator, and a greenhouse. This heavenly home needs to be seen to be appreciated. Okay, so let's see. Again, it was built in 1825. It's in the federal style. It has 3,700 square feet, and it has 3 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms. And it's in, did I tell you where it is? It is in Erie County, New York, town of Evans. I love the built-ins. Look at those built-ins, have big, huge doors on them. Isn't that crazy? Look at that wallpaper. The cow over here. The little tiny chairs. The federal style mirror, very nice. Dining room. Kitchen. Brick here, that's cool. Is that a wood burning pizza oven there? Quite the wallpaper, isn't it? Catherine? Lots of fireplaces, huh? Well, that's nice. That greenhouse, isn't it? There's a barn. 36 acres. Garage. Okay, how much do you think it is? Put your best guess in there. And I'll come back and look. Hi, Rad Story, how are you? So nice to have you here tonight. Thank you for coming in. And anyone, we'd love you to join our membership. There's price points as low as $1.99. Really helps to support the channel, so we appreciate that. There's also Patreon or super stickers if you want to give a one-time thing. And so Putch, what do you think it is? Lindis is 560,000. You guys are lowballing it, huh? You guys are lowballing it. Rad story. Are you going to put a guess in there? Any guesses for Rad story? Oh, thank you, Rad Story. Thank you for becoming a Deputy Rambler. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hi, One Eye Blind Art. How are you? Easily Distracted says 1.5 million. Linda says 1.3. 2 million. Okay, well, here's the price. 694,000. $694,000. Okay, you want to try another one? Why not, right? Why not? Why not? Then we'll do word cookies. Then we'll do word cookies. All right, let's see. I want to go back to here. Remember that time we saw that one house and it was really weird? It had all these crazy things in it, and we found out it belonged to this woman. We looked up the whole thing about it. Do you remember that? Okay, I'm trying to find something, but I don't want to look over there. That's horrendous. It's too dark, much too dark. Okay, let me see here. All right, let's take a look at this one, okay? We're going to go to Florida. We don't normally go to Florida. We're going to go to Florida right now. We're going to go to Gadsden County, Florida. And we're going to look over here at this house. Oops. Hold on, I almost gave you the wrong one to look at. And I almost destroyed it for you. Okay. Here you go. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Okay. This is an absolutely stunning Greek Revival architectural dream home. You can step into a piece of history with this exquisite southern estate. It was built in 1842. It's locally known as the Stockton Curry House. It's a timeless example of classic Greek Revival architecture. It's meticulously preserved and it's on the National Register of Historic Places. It has only had 3 owners in 182 years. It's making it a once of a lifetime find in the heart of Quincy, Florida's historic district. It's just 20 minutes from Tallahassee. Let's see. Okay, and it comes on nestled on a serene 0.86 acre lot. It's surrounded by majestic centennial oaks that offer shade and privacy. It's located just steps from the Quincy Music Theater. It's an exceptional estate. Let's take a look. Oh, look, it has that chair thing. I've got it, honey. Baby crib. Put all the photos on that table. That's an interesting looking sink. It's like a oh, look at the real Cabbage Patch Kid. Look at that. See? Remember that one I saw that something kind of doll or something on the one of the chairs and I wanted it so bad. I think it was a bear or something. And look at those old those are my mother had those for all of us with our little baby pictures in little circles. But look at that. That's that real Cabbage Patch Kid that you get at the Xavier Roberts before the other ones came out. And they even had them after. They were used to be like $225, or I think they started out at $175. Okay, how much do you think that one is? How much do you think that one is? Hi, little lady. Hi, little lady. Little lady says 1.2 million. Okay, we need a couple more people to put in their guesses. How about Linda, Gail B, Debbie D. Linda says 700,000 and Debbie D says 789. Rat Story says 1 million. Little lady, hi. Gail B says 850. Did everybody get their guess in? Okay, here we go. 775,000. What happened to Ellery? She fell asleepy? She'll be upset she missed the real estate game. Okay, let me... Okay, would you like to look at Bowling Green, Virginia? On 17 acres. Let's take a look. Okay, here it is. Here it is. It is, it is. Come on, get up there. Okay, tell you a little bit about it. It's located in a classic small town near shopping and restaurants. It's on 17 acres with farmland and a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. Features great craftsmanship and materials which make this historic home great. It's located near Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Richmond, Virginia. Washington, D.C. is about 1.5 hours via 95. House is on the state and national registers of historic places. Located in Caroline County. Oh, that's such a lovely county. Caroline County. Okay. 1843 is when it was built. And about 10.26 acres of the property are farmed on a year-to-year rental agreement belonging to the farmer. Okay, yeah. All right, let's take a look. The wallpaper. The loving the wallpaper. Look at those trays, those tool trays. I believe I have 1 or 2 of those. It's move-in ready. Everything's out. Everything is out. The wallpaper. Look at the sunroom. Look at the hinges on that door. That's cool. And just that little flight of stairs. It's cool. That's a little odd. The color of that tub in that bathroom really doesn't belong there, does it? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Oh, look, they have a water pump. You could do that. You could film the Helen Keller. Is that one of those like little merry-go-round things that you swing? I mean, around? We had one of those in this park over here when we met Frank Perdue, and we got so sick on it. We were spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Look at the cupola. Look at that. Oh dear, what is this? Is this the basement? Yes, it's the basement. That's the attic. Okay. How much is that doggy in? How much do you think it is? Bowling Green Historic District. Shoot, hold on a moment. Copy. How much is it? An old well cover. Okay, how much is it? You love the red tub? Wow, okay. Let's see, those old clawfoot tubs are so nice. My grandma had one in the home. Yeah, I just don't, I don't, I mean, I'm just wondering about the color of it being red like that, you know? Being a red tub, I just didn't know. Boris and Natasha. Did you guys put your bids in? Are those for this house? I don't, are those up there for this house? Let me see. Let me make sure they are. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so those are your answers up there? Okay, so you've already done it. So that's the price. $7.98. $7.98. So Debbie D said $7.25. Rad Story said $8.50. Little Lady said $5.95. Gail B said $7.16. And I don't see Linda. What did Linda say? $6.99 or something? Okay, let me look at one thing. All right. Hang on. Let me see what we're gonna do here. All right. Can you hold on 1 minute? Can you hold on 1 minute? Okay. Let me see here. I thought about, I have to run it. Hold on a minute. All right, hold on 1 second here. I'm going to put something, I have to run upstairs, but I'm going to put in like a blast from the past for you to watch.
Let me show you how
so you don't
I'm
have to
using
just sit here
Grammarly's AI tools
and
when I'm
wait for me
feeling
like the last time. Hang
less
on.
than creative at work.
I'm going to put just something on while I go run, and I will be right
Hi everyone, it's Carolyn from Mommy Ramblings. I'm here with the lovely Sandra Rusak, and we are going to cook today together. Sandy's going to have an unbelievable amount of patience with me as we go through and make an Easter quiche and also the Easter bread. So we'll give you the step-by-step tutorial here, and you'll see how Sandra makes it like a pro, and how Jimmy and I falter a little bit on the bread, but we persevered as we always do and dealt with some yeast that wasn't living up to its name of rising, and we've got some new yeast and started again. So we'll take you from start to finish with us. Thanks for joining, and we hope you enjoy this.
Did you want to do first?
So I'm getting all the eggs opened, and I'm getting them in my blender.
You're putting the eggs in the blender, okay.
So I'm going to use about 24.
24. Okay, so let me just go over the amounts here with you, okay? I've got, is this, okay, let me show you. The, that, I mean, is that's the sausage?
Yeah, that's good.
That's enough, right? Okay. And then I've got, this is like a box of the mushrooms.
Yes.
Okay. And then I've got the asparagus in the Instant Pot that I steamed. A big bunch of it.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, so that I have to get out. And then what else did I need? The eggs. Just the eggs, right? And then cheese?
No cheese at all.
No cheese at all. Okay.
You set up good?
Yeah.
Okay, so asparagus. And you chop this, I mean, you chop up your asparagus?
Yeah, look, Carolyn, I'm like, about that size.
Hold on, I'll take a look.
About
and
2
look at the
inches.
About 2 inches, inch and a half.
About 2 or 3 inches.
And then you gotta slice your mushrooms.
Right, and are we sauteing them first?
Yeah, we will when you slice them.
Okay. Okay, so. All right, let me see your asparagus now. Let me see.
It's right in front. Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So you want me to slice these now? These mushrooms?
Yeah. Is Jenny helping you?
He did all the sausage and he steamed the asparagus.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe he could break the eggs for you.
He's done now. My son just came over and they're working out downstairs with the weights. Yeah. Ow. Which I gotta be careful. Yeah, with the weights. Mm-hmm.
So what we'll do, Carolyn, is we'll prep all this and then we'll talk about what we got.
All right.
If you have
There's
an
a
egg,
lot of time. What?
if you have an egg broken, you don't use it, do
Okay,
you?
I'm back. Oh boy.
Oh, no, no, no. Nope.
The heat is that it's thick like lasagna. It's high. You know what I mean? It's not thin and flat.
Okay. Instant Pot is still on. So. Do you use an Instant Pot?
I do.
Yeah.
How many eggs?
It's 24. And honestly, I think it might be more. So it depends when all you get all the ingredients that fills it up.
Or for you, 18 and 18.
Yeah, but somewhat.
So you're just cracking your eggs into your blender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I able to put this big?
Yeah, just 1 second, honey, because I can't help him. I don't know if you can hear the weights hitting the floor downstairs, but
I'm gonna get a little slice of cake while
I'm gonna get a little piece of cake real quick. Why don't you, what about that slice that's cut right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a plate.
How many people in on this?
Just Carolyn.
This is for me. Come on, is this what you're gonna use for that? This one
What?
right here?
No, not for this, nope. Hey, have you ever heard of this tomato sauce? Well, let me show you.
I don't know.
I went to ShopRite last night and the Rayos, I saw that, but I saw this one. This is from Little Italy in the Bronx, and it looks a lot like the Rayos, and this is the tomato and basil, and it was on sale for $6, which is some bargain, right? But it's the bigger one. It's 32. I'm going to try them and see what they're like.
How we get to the house?
Sounds good.
We'll get 4.
I don't know. Yeah, because it even has the carrot, like, it says it has the carrot in the sauce, but everything else is the same ingredient. What do you want? This? Here. Use one of the, like, look, where's the...
Right here's the plate, right here.
Oh, okay. So what do you need to do?
Can I get it out with it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just
Let
grab
me get a
it.
fork too so I can hold it.
Go ahead.
Grab. Got it? No.
Is that helping you?
He wants a piece of cake, so he's gonna let me.
Oh.
Yeah, ice cream cake.
My mom made this good.
Yeah, she does a good job.
Yes.
You got it?
First of
Do
all,
you got it, or you need my help?
I think I need your help.
You think you do?
It's like freeze.
Let me see.
Like it's literally it's rock solid to the ground for the thing.
Luke has such a little voice there. Luke's voice is so little. Right, Mom?
Here we go. Okay. All right, can you wrap that up and put it away in the freezer, please?
How's it going, Carolyn?
Good, I'm almost done slicing these mushrooms.
Thanks, Rat Story. I'm nervous. I'm
Okay.
gonna cut my finger, even though I know I
Can you see
don't.
me pretty good, Carolyn?
Let me see. Yes, I can.
Okay. Now, Carolyn, there's no water in these eggs at all, or just
Right, nope, no water, no milk, and no, you don't put any pepper or anything, do you?
nothing.
I'm making
Nothing.
myself
That's
nervous
nothing.
with that knife.
Okay.
I look like I'm reaching under
No
the
salt, no
camera. I'm
pepper in
afraid I'm
any of
gonna cut
this.
myself.
All right.
So you can eat this cold or hot. It's absolutely delicious. It's we always look forward to it every Easter, you know.
Let's
Right.
skip forward a little bit and see what we've got over here.
Yeah, I don't have high cholesterol.
But you know,
Yeah.
when you mix them all up and beat them up, and you pour your pan, you've got to be at least 75% full.
Okay, now these I'm gonna learn my lesson. And break them in a separate thing. Parents always told me that. I thought, well, I never now.
Yeah.
Now I know, because when you use them for the farm, you gotta have a rooster in there.
Well, not only that, when you crack your egg to the side of the bowl, it gets eggshell dust.
Yeah. Okay, so what is that? I think that's 22. How many did you tell me to use?
I just
24?
Yeah, yes, do 22 or 24, and like I said, if you have leftovers, so make something else with it.
Okay. I'm gonna do 2 more, and I think that's
Tina
24
got
or 25.
21
I
eggs?
lost count. So.
You are using apple cider vinegar the wrong way. If your goal is to lose belly fat,
Your family's gonna make you make this every year.
Genius in the stock market. Up until he was 101, he would listen to the stock, and he had a portfolio. He was like amazing. But my grandfather would always cook things. Like when I think about my grandfather, he did make chicken cacciatore, but I never remember him making tomato sauce or meatballs. That all came from my father's side. They were like more of the chops kind of person, veal chops, lamb chops. That kind of stuff, because not only, I guess, because they were trying to Americanize, but because of his introduction, he came here when he was 18, and in the restaurants there, it was all like American kind of fare. So they would always say my grandmother would bread veal cutlets like this hot, like tremendously high. She did that, but they served it with lemon, not with like tomato sauce, not like the Parmesan, you know what I mean? So it's weird. They cooked in a totally different way, but it was still really good. And then he would make these potatoes, which I love, where you cut them up and you saute
We
them
still
in
pay
oil,
$4 a dozen for the
crushed
farm eggs
parsley
here.
and garlic, fresh parsley and garlic.
The farm is right down the road. from
They're
here.
delicious. And then he did like that with chicken. And so, yeah, just different way of cooking. But my father's family was traditional with the tomato sauce, meatballs. My cousins on that side make the Easter bread and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. What are we making now?
So it's like
Oh, this is the beginning of the Easter bread.
and just keep mixing it till it's melted, because like I said, the milk will scorch.
All right. Yeah, you're always ahead of me.
Well, that's what Sandy said, the
You're fine,
eggshell
honey.
dust.
You never made this
Okay.
before.
No. All right.
And when you mix that all real good, then add your 2 eggs.
Let me get a whisk. Isn't this fun, looking at a rerun? I shouldn't call it a rerun, I should call it a,
Now, usually when I make
highlighted
this, I
video.
make like triple the batch. And I give to my neighbors every year.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
This is my aniseed oil. Boil them.
All right. So we can either dye the eggs not cooked or boiled. Either way.
Okay.
They're always going to bake in the oven, but it's just not cracking it is the secret. If it's raw, you know.
Okay, right. Yeah, I did that. I colored them raw, and I didn't crack them.
Okay.
It's down there.
I'm just telling the YouTube world, you know.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yep. It wasn't. Yeah. Just be careful. It's not. I mean, if you have your kids do it, like, it'd probably be worse.
The thing we have to do now is add our flour.
You can still color
Okay,
them,
so
little
let me
lady.
just let me make sure I have. This is
Especially if
my
you make
milk,
the
it
bread,
has
you have a
butter,
reason
it
to
has
color
the
them.
yeast oil. It has the sugar and the yeast, and I've got to put the seed in here. And then, am I missing anything in that after that?
Yeah, you're gonna
And
add
2
your
eggs.
eggs after that.
The 2 eggs, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's it for that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're grinding up the seed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, let me know when it's moving.
Here.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Here.
Make sure it's not here.
Here's the seed. Okay. Now. Do you mix your bread in a mixer?
I do it by hand.
Okay. Then I'm gonna get my mixing bowl.
If well, I'm so used to doing it by hand because how should I say? I make like double the batch or triple the batch, so my machine can't handle that.
Okay.
So it's just a habit. But you can mix it with a spoon because you're only making 1 batch, you know, wooden spoon.
Because I have my mixer with the dough hook. I mean,
Yeah, you can do that.
okay.
So let me run this by you again, Carolyn. In
Yeah.
your mixture, you have your milk, you have your sugar, you have your butter, you have your eggs, you have your aniseed and aniseed oil, and
Right.
your yeast. You have all that, right?
Yeah, milk, butter, yeast. Now I'm putting the eggs in, the anise oil, and now he's just crushing up that seed, and then that should be everything.
And you have the liquid aniseed in it too?
Yep.
Good.
And then we don't need baking powder or anything, soda?
No.
Oh, okay. So there's my seed. Okay, so that's all done now.
So it's all mixed well. You got everything in it. You've got your sugar, your
Yep.
milk,
Mhm.
your butter, your aniseed oil, aniseed
Yep.
seed. You got your
Yep.
yeast
Yep.
and your
Am I what?
eggs.
Yes, all of
Okay.
that.
Okay, so now you need 4 cups of flour.
Okay,
You're gonna put the flour in a bowl.
all right.
4 cups.
In the flour, it's in the flour.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna mix that. Okay,
Let me mix it up.
yeah, but I,
Handle it.
If your matching set doesn't make you this excited, then you just haven't tried a Comfort set yet. Comfort is a mental health supporting brand that makes all.
So then you cover it with saran wrap
right, okay,
and then put a fresh clean towel over the top.
all right.
And I'm gonna leave it right here because my oven's on, even though I have my,
Oh, you thought
My block
forget the
underneath?
Hennessy. Oh my goodness.
Right. You still feel,
Hi,
it's
it's
gonna
just me.
stay warm. Like I said, it's cold and windy today.
Right, so you just formed it, what, into like a ball? Is that what?
Yeah.
Just like that, I should leave it?
We'll keep
Hang on.
leaving.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
see it?
perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, and put it in a bowl, little oil on the top, saran wrap, and then a towel?
Yep, and let it rest.
Okay, let me get that.
So we're gonna check it in 1 hour.
That's gonna be bigger
Oh,
than
all
that.
right, yeah, that's real good. Okay. The brown, yeah, those are really, really good.
Because it's gonna rise.
Okay. All right, let me have that. Okay, so.
So do you put olive oil in
Put
the
a
bowl
little,
now?
put a little olive oil on top and then some saran wrap and.
Yeah, I just put some on my hand and I just wet my hand with olive oil and just pat the top. So Jimmy, when it rises, it stops it from sticking to the saran wrap.
Sure. What about the bottom
No,
of the
no.
bowl?
You don't have to worry about that. But
Okay,
we're gonna let this rise for 1 hour, Carolyn. Then I guess just call me back.
yeah, okay, so, yeah, guys, we're gonna let this rise, we'll come back in an hour, but you'll see us right back. But we
So
actually
listen,
will go off for an
Carol-
hour. Yeah,
Make sure it doubles its size.
doubles its, okay, and you don't, I won't even punch it down, or I won't touch it.
No.
We'll come back and then we'll show it the way it is, okay?
Yes.
All right, so I'll send you, I'll just, let me see. Yeah, I'll have to send you a new number, because I'll have to end this one, so I'll send you a new number in an hour. So right now it's what, Jimmy's got a timer on, and I'll send you the number in 1 hour.
So when we come back together,
Yeah.
what we're gonna do, the next step is gonna be braiding. And once we braid it, we're gonna have to let it rise again.
Okay.
And then
What
it's
about
done.
this?
Then you're done.
Oh, is it done?
That's done.
Jimmy thinks this thing is done. Hold on,
No,
let him show, let me see, let me see that. Let me see what it looks like. Let me see.
If you shake it a little bit, give it a little wiggle. If the center's moving, do not take it out.
If the center's moving, don't take it out.
Okay.
Here, use this.
Yeah.
Here, use this.
Yes, moving.
Yeah, oh, it's not done, okay.
Okay.
So,
Jimmy's too excited, Carolyn.
yeah. So put it in for just until the center is set, then just just do it another 10 minutes and check it again, right? And just
Yeah,
till the
just
center's
like I
set.
said, the center can't wiggle at all.
Okay. All
That's how I
right.
know mine's done. You know, let me look at mine. Hang on.
All right, look at yours, yeah.
Hold
I'll
on,
put
what's
the saran wrap on this.
Mine's got a little wiggle to it.
Yeah, ours has a wiggle too, so.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, next trip is going
I'll be on
to
your
be
side.
braiding.
Oh, braiding, okay, so let me just, let me see, I'm gonna put the saran wrap on, and then I'm gonna put a towel and let it, let me see.
Carolyn, put a towel underneath yours to keep it warm.
Okay,
I'm trying to get my mouse over here to fast forward this, and then my mouse doesn't want to listen. Uh-oh. My mouse is not listening. My mouse
So
is
you're
not
going to
listening.
need Easter sprinkles.
I got those.
You're going to need 1 egg with a teaspoon of water whisked to paste on top of the braids.
Okay,
And then we'll put the sprinkles on and then we'll bake it.
okay, so I'll leave this
Right.
over there. All right, so I got that there, and all right, so.
Okay, now we have a little bit of an issue, okay? My bread wasn't rising. I tried to keep it in front of
Yeah,
the fire.
right,
I was calling Sandra. We were
Thing that we cooked, to show them.
Her
right
bread
now.
rose,
So,
and mine
okay.
didn't.
I kind of took a little video of mine, but I'll just show it
This
here.
was that
That's all.
crazy Easter bread
Ours
that I
came
made like
out.
57 times.
So this is it out of the oven. It rose in the top. This will probably fall, I would imagine. I'll let it cool a little bit and then I'll cut a piece of it to check it out. But this is just wanted to take a picture of it out of the oven because we haven't come back to knead the bread yet. Okay, so it's done. This has come down. I'm gonna cut out a square of this. Okay. Let's see how this comes out. So this, can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, just hold it wherever you want, I'll get it.
Okay.
Look at that.
Try a little piece of this.
Uh-huh.
That's really good. Very good.
sausage, eggs, asparagus, mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Very
Very
good.
good. Okay.
Okay, I've already cut. So just grab a little flour in your hand, just tap it.
Mm-hmm.
You
and
wonder
just
why
put it in a
what?
bowl.
Yep.
A bowl.
What do you wonder
rather.
why about,
Right.
Linda? What are you wondering?
You having fun so far, Carolyn? I'm having. So I've been doing it my whole life, so.
Right.
So I'm gonna make it
Hi,
into a
Super
snake.
Chat Cat.
Okay. And are you going to braid all of these together?
Yeah,
Or
you'll,
each-
I'm gonna make 2 of them. Usually,
Okay.
like I said to you, I usually make
That
triple
year
the
I
batch.
made so much, and I
Right.
I
haven't
give
made
all
the
my
Easter bread in
neighbors, I give
years,
to,
in a
my
few years, and
family.
I'm going to make it again
Yep.
this year.
My sister makes this, and my cousins make this.
I made it like so many
And
times
you
that
want
year.
to be the same size.
Oh, I don't know. Remember, it was the
Right.
yeast. I did it like 3
Yep.
times, Linda,
Takes
and
a
then
little
I
time,
started
but oh
making
my
it
gosh,
after that.
it
I made a
tastes
lot
so
of it
worth
after
it.
that.
I find it easier doing this way.
Right.
So did you taste the quiche?
Yes, it was good.
Isn't it good?
Yep.
So see, this one's longer, so I got to keep
Right.
working.
Yep.
You don't want it fat and thin and
Right.
so that's about right. So you just take your 2 corners.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's 2 you use. Okay.
So a lot of people will turn it into a braid, so they'll like a circle.
Right.
So
Yep.
you can do it that way. So you want to combine the 2 ends to the other end, so you have a form.
Okay.
That's kind of which way it goes.
You can do a big one?
Yeah, I will. So I could just put that right in there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
I'm gonna put it on my pan,
Right.
and I'll show you what I do after that.
Okay.
You don't have to flour your pan?
No, you don't have to flour your pan or anything. You don't have to grease it, butter it.
And what degree oven do you use?
350.
350. Okay.
So because it's real light, it's a light bread. You don't have to bake it long. It's honestly this is I think the most time consuming part is waiting for it to rise.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the only hard part.
I'm glad you guys are doing this. I get to eat all the food you guys make.
I really enjoyed baking this, and I've made it so many times
This
that
is
year.
Frankie's
I'm
absolute
going to make it
favorite.
some more.
This is the bread.
Right.
I,
Absolutely.
one year I didn't make it, and he was having a fit. So my sister felt so sorry for him, so she made him like 5 loaves. But you could freeze this.
Yeah. Yep.
But
The egg is just decoration.
so this one's a little longer, so I'm going to bring this one on top.
Okay.
Do 3 braids sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes, like Frankie just said, I do 3 braids, so I'll add because I make
Right.
a lot of dough. So you can leave it like that, Carolyn, and put 1 egg in the center,
Right.
or do 3 eggs
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to rise. It's going to rise
Yeah.
1 hour. I'm going to have fun picking this up, aren't I? I'm going to have to move it first.
Right.
Dr. Levitt, can liver cleanses help with weight loss?
No, and there's something that you need to understand first. Here,
So now you're going to let it rise now, not bake it right away, right?
Oh, yeah. No, it's got to rise. It's got to double its size again.
Okay.
It should do it in a half an hour.
Okay. Yep. All right. So
So here
That's,
it is. I'm going to put
Can-
saran wrap on top
We'll have
of
to
that.
do a cook-off,
Let-
Linda.
let it
We'll have
rise
to have
one more-
everybody
move
come
it
up and make
up
Easter
towards
bread.
your casserole because we can't see the whole thing. So
All right.
slide that up a little bit
No,
towards
the eggs
the end
are
of
raw,
your
Linda.
yeah. Keep going up that way. Yep, right there. That's good.
All right.
Yeah, we
so,
can, yep,
so I usually make a whole bunch of these and just squish your egg down. Be careful
Right.
if it's raw and you colored
Thanks
it while
so
it was
much,
still
Rad
raw.
Story. I
These
love
are
the
Right,
good.
yeah.
super sticker. Thank you.
But
Okay.
anyway, so white vinegar and water and your food coloring.
Right. And
Let
then
it sit in there
it's
for like an
till it
hour.
doubles now, till it double. Okay. And then you're going to bake it at 350 for how long?
So this is it. It depends on how big it rises. So it's usually about 20 minutes to maybe 30 minutes. And that's it until it gets golden brown.
Her bread's
Okay.
already
I'm not gonna baste
rising.
it with the egg and the sprinkles yet until it rises. Once it rises,
Oh, right. Okay.
then I can put my egg batter on it. My
Okay.
egg wash, which is 1 egg and a teaspoon of water.
Okay. All right. So back to the rising.
Just make sure all your ends are, closed up, and you want to keep it in a real warm spot.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna put it right here. So I'm gonna move my flour.
Hi, Sandy. I just got back from the store.
Did you? What'd you go to the store for?
I bought one of these breads already done, so we're just gonna say it's already done.
Get that out of here.
No,
Did you
no,
really?
no. I had to go get yeast because I don't think our yeast is any good.
He tried it all again. We thought it was going to be good, but look at it. Look at this. This is the new bread he made. It still didn't rise.
No picture.
You can't see it. Hold on. Why is it doing that? It's still. Oh.
Oh,
I'm making another one real quick.
look at mine.
I can't
Can you
see.
see it?
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my goodness,
Let me take
That
this
is
right
beautiful.
off.
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So Sandy, can I use rapid rise yeast or regular active dry yeast?
Either one, but rapid is good. I use rapid a lot.
Okay, good. I'm using it. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
So you go ahead with your thing. I'm going to spotlight you, and then I'll have to do my video later. Let me find you. Hold on, I can't.
Okay, so
Yeah,
am I
now
on?
you're on. Tell what you're doing. Yep.
All right, everyone. So it rised again. That's the only problem with doing bread. But if you don't let it rise, it's not gonna be real fluffy and airy and delicious. But anyway, so we've been patient, right, Carolyn and Jimmy?
Right. Yeah.
So when I bake mine, if I usually make like three times the amount. But like I said, I give it away to my neighbors, my friends, and I'm getting ready to baste it with the egg and water that I made. Make sure you whisk it really good.
Okay.
Everything's going smooth here.
Yeah, we made it 3 times too,
Everything's going
Sandy,
smooth.
but we don't have it.
You're so funny. It's
Good
okay. So you're just gonna lightly just get the bread. Very
The egg
lightly.
wash. That's the egg wash. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. All over.
Right. And then we'll put some sprinkles on it and decorate it. So if you make so much of it that you're afraid it's going to go bad and nobody's eating it, or I highly doubt that. But anyway, or just say you just don't want everybody to be like piranhas and eat it all up. And so if you want to freeze some, you can freeze it, but you can't freeze it with the egg. So you have to pop the egg off.
Right. Okay.
So we're just giving it a little, it's going to be nice and golden brown.
Right.
And this bread is so delicious. Anyway, can you guys smell how wonderful it smells though?
Oh,
Yeah.
smell
you
it.
Smell it. Yeah.
Oh,
I know. I feel bad, guys. Anyway, you just put a little sprinkles, whatever sprinkles you want, and because it's going to be such a soft bread. See how nice this side came
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
But that's where I connected it, remember?
Right.
I'm going to do just these sprinkles. You don't have to put sprinkles on at all, actually, but it's fun, and it's I think it's for the the holiday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little different beads on this one,
Okay.
so they bounce all over. It's all right.
Yeah,
So it's ready. It's going to go in the oven. What do you think, guys?
very good. So 350 for however long
Probably
until
about 20 minutes, but I'm not
20
going to walk
minutes.
out of my. Yeah, I'm not going to walk out of my kitchen. I always going to keep an eye on it. Every 5 minutes, I'll be checking it. It's going to be
Okay.
golden brown.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so this is Sandra's bread that she was, then put the egg wash on and put the sprinkles on and then let it rise again. When it was risen enough, it went into the oven. We somehow lost the clip of the bread coming out of the oven. I do have the still pictures of it, which are going to come next, but I just apologize for losing that little clip. And you just have to see the still pictures. She felt that because of having to wait so long for me, not in a bad way, but because of my 2 attempts, and then I did my 3rd attempt on my own, which worked finally, but that it maybe have risen too much, and so it really went poofy. I think they look great, and they tasted great, so that's a win-win there for her. And you'll see mine, and she also offered, Easter blessings from her house to your house, from our house to your house, and so that is Sandra's bread, the end product. And I will now go ahead and show you how the 3rd attempt for us came out,
Here's
which was
the
finally
bread.
the real deal.
You see it's finally risen. And isn't that the spirit of Easter? The bread. Jesus rose and the bread dough finally rose. So we're going to take this and take it out of here. Okay, it's going to be a little sticky. That's okay. See, that came out. And grab that. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour. I don't want to put a whole bunch of flour because flour is going to make it. Too much flour is going to make it. Roll pizza dough in the restaurant. This is the way you roll it. And you roll and you pinch it up here, and you put it down like that. And I'm so used to rolling it. And this is exactly what you do. It comes out of it's cut into those pieces, and then you take the pieces and you roll it like that. Just giving you the what's up, and you put them in those little pans with a little oil, and then they all stack on each other, and they go into the cooler as they're used. But that is exactly how you roll the pizza dough. Everything is cut into pieces. And all right, so little flour on my hands, and I'm going to roll these into long snakes. A rope shape, you could say, which is nicer. Popping the snake, right? Hopefully you're seeing me. Yes, okay. Sun is for Sandra. She was, so got one there. I'm gonna go like this. She had to deal with all of it was our yeast. It was our yeast. Not that bad. Yeah, usually Jimmy and I are pretty good at cooking bread. And that's why I was like, what? First time, yeah, I thought, okay, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I didn't put the yeast in. And I really had high hopes for Jimmy was doing it. And then it still didn't work out. And then we saw how good Sandra's bread looked. And we're like, no, that can't happen to us.
Yes, for baking bread, Sassy. We're watching a encore.
She did say
we're going to call them encores.
Something like that happened
wind down
around Thanksgiving with them. Their yeast
Would you like to do more encores?
Good anymore, even though they had in the refrigerator just like us. And
do you like the encores?
It wasn't, past its expiration or anything, but it just decided that it hadn't. And so. Anyway, we're just going to smooth this out. We have to let it rise again. So what we're going to do is shape it, and then we're going to put it into a pan and let it rise. So for this one, okay, and then
yeah, she is Red Story.
Over here, how come we don't have our nest? Really blew up. Okay, so we just cook it like that. And so we put the little egg wash on it.
That looks good.
Now it's gonna bake.
Okay, so the egg wash is just one egg and like a tablespoon of water whisked up. You brush it on, then you put on your sprinkles or your nonpareils, whatever you want on there. You don't have to put sprinkles at all if you don't want them on. And then you bake it 350 degrees around 20 minutes. Okay, Jimmy put a convect on ours for the last 2 minutes to just brown it without drying it out, and that's what he did. The bread was really good. I'll show you that at the end, but I'm just putting the nonpareils on there and then going to bake this into the 350 degree oven. So we'll see how it comes out.
Okay, so I have to kind of cut this away because it went into this one here. But came out really nice. Now I can pull this away and get this onto a plate and put that there. So you see, oops, the egg is like really in there. It really poofed out. So we went from having yeast that didn't work to yeast, but look how nice that is inside. And this can, okay, and you can cut that like that. Smaller sections, but so you can make this a nice slice. Anderson, you could toast this. I guess you could also use it for French toast or something, but look at that. We finally got it to be right. And very good. Put a little butter on that too. A little butter. That's really good.
No, they're raw.
It's the
eggs.
I think I ever made Easter bread. I think my mother might have made it once, or we used to buy it, like Jimmy said. My cousins made it, but there we go, the Easter bread.
And remember, Scooter tried it.
Really
A bunch
cute.
of people tried it.
Really
We've got to
cute.
do it again this year. We
Very
should do it
nice.
again. We should get
Thanks,
Sandy
Sandy,
on and
for
all
all
do
the
it live.
patience on this project here, and thank you so much for working with me. Love you, girl, and everybody. Blessed Easter to you all. We'll talk to you later.
Was that fun? Was it fun to have an encore performance? Yay, an encore performance. We should do an encore. Maybe we'll do an encore performance of something, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week. Do you like that? Should we do the encore performances sometimes? Yeah. You forget some things. The eggs are raw. Yes. But you don't really eat the eggs. They're kind of just for decoration, Linda. Just for the decoration. Time for the word cookies. You loved it? Good. Well, we'll have to do some more of them. And we'll have to do a new Easter bread. And I remember I made Easter bread so much. Now, like, as I forget, I think my memory's going on me because things that seem second nature to me, I forget. I was like, why? What's going on with this? Like, I was making that bread, like, just so easily after that. I made it so many times after that. I'll have to try again. Mono. Cosmo, that's what I was saying. That's not there. Oh, common, yes. Commons. Uh-oh, hold on a minute. Yay, we did it. We did it, we did it. Okay, now there's one word. See if you can figure it out over here. I need the top word. See, isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? What is it? Cyclone, no. Do you know what it could be? I don't know what it could be. What is it? I don't know what this is. Yeah, there's not two L's for Red Story. That's a good try, though. I don't know what it could be. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What could this be? What could this be? I need help. Oh, let me see. You think it's in clothes? Oh my gosh, I think you're right. You're right. Thank you, Red Story. Yay! Thank you so much. And oh, Boji, hi, Green Street. Thank you. You have enclosed. Perfect. Thank you for coming in, Boji, or is it Bogey? Thank you. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Let's do another one. Half? Oh no, there's only one H. Wheat is good, Bogey. Very good. Wealth, okay. Let's see. Very good, Debbie D. Hi, Al, you're up again? You fell asleep. You missed the real estate game. You missed bread baking with Sandy and me. You missed a lot. Thoa. Leslie B got Thaw. Good, too. Okay. Oh, you got late too. I got it too, Leslie B. We got it at the same time. Yay! Okay. One more. We did this really good. It's going to begin with an L or T. What could it be here? What could it be now? L A what could this be? Let's just get this one. Let's just get this one over here. What do you think this one is? It can't be teal because it goes in alphabetical order, and I put that one down already. It's got to be between the letters. Got to begin with an L or a T. And if it begins with an L, it's got to be come after. This is called word cookies, Boogie. It's called word cookies. I don't know. Leela? No, there's only one L. Lita. Nope. Come on, guys. Oh well, it's 3 o'clock. We can, let's see, we'll try that one, and then if that doesn't work, Debbie, we'll have to leave it for tomorrow. Nope. Oh, it has to begin with an L or a T. Yeah, an L or a T. And if it begins with an L, it has to come, after late, and it has to come before tail if it begins with a T. That's right, L. There's only one L. Okay, L. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Oh, I know, Rat Story. Oh, I think we'll just have to think about it for tomorrow. Uh-oh. Nope. I thought you were going to have one. No, oops, that's okay, Bogey. I'm glad you found us, Bogey. Make sure you subscribe so you know where to find us again. We're here every day. And we play word cookies every night at the end. And we do a lot of stuff in between, so I'm glad you found us. Tell all your friends and relatives. All right, we're going to end for tonight. And think about that one. I love you guys. God bless. Prayers. Thank you for joining the membership. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that, Rat Story. And we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good night. God bless. Prayers. I love you. Take care.